You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Brewtiful Morning. Jackson and I'd say thank you for joining us. I know you haven't done this in a while. Tell everybody, spell your name.
I've already done it.
We'll do it one more time.
I can't do it.
You can. Well, it's Jackson. I can do it. Thank you for being here. Thanks for everybody joining us every Friday morning. And at 8:30, we try to bring some events coming on this week and things maybe happened this past week. Jackson just told me a joke this morning. And Magnolia, would you like to hear it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, tell Magnolia about the M&M.
I have a new one actually.
Okay, I don't even know this one. What is it?
What do you call glasses that go to up in the air?
What do you call glasses that go up in the air? I got my fingers crossed.
I don't know.
What
is it?
Glasses that goes up in the air that goes to outer space.
Okay, that's pretty good. We heard it for the first time in this room, so congratulations. I thought the M&M was better, but we'll save that for another day. But thank you again for joining us. This is the 13th of May, 2022. Thank you again for joining us. Thanks for being a part of what's going on in our community, and hold on to what you got, and we'll turn it over to our magicians that keeps us on the line every morning. So thank you. So can you say goodbye to everybody? Goodbye.
Hey, Jackson, before you leave, I got a Public Works joke for you.
What?
You remember Public Works, right? You know Public Works?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What has 4 wheels and flies?
4 wheels and flies. Say I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
A garbage truck.
A garbage truck. And he does fly, remember? Say ha ha. This must be funny. Okay.
That wasn't a good one. That wasn't a real good one, Jackson.
He likes it. Okay.
I'll hit you with another one next week.
Okay. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, Jackson. Have a good day at school.
Have a nice weekend.
I mean, we could have went with a downtown parking joke with him. So what do you call an illegally parked frog?
A frog?
What do you call an illegally parked frog?
I don't know.
Toad.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Good morning, Magnolia. It's good to have you back. It's been a while since both of us have been in the office on a Friday morning with vacations and meetings and just schedules and stuff going on.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. We got a lot to talk about too, a lot to catch up on. Let's start with, it's raining today, and so what do they say? April showers bring May flowers, and you guys have some May flowers to talk about, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Ruffton Roots is doing a sunflower sponsorship. So you can sponsor a sunflower seed for $1, or you can do multiple. So just reach out to us. But our goal is to plant an entire field of sunflowers, like 10,000 sunflowers. So if we get them planted, hopefully by the end of the month, but the sponsorship will go longer. they should be blooming around like August or September. So that perfect time for fall photos. I think that's just going to be like a spot to just go hang out into. So like grab a picnic blanket, have a picnic out there, or just take your fall photos. We're having that sunflower sponsorship. So just reach out to us on Facebook, on through the Instagram account, or you can come to one of our monthly meetings or work days, and we'll definitely have everything ready to go for that. But we're really excited. I mean, like 10,000 sunflowers.
That's going to be big. I mean, now, will you guys, as a part of the garden, will you guys actually harvest those for the seeds, or are they just more decorative?
That's a good question. So first, the sunflowers actually act as a cover crop. So it'll pull like there's like parts of the soil that can be brought out from like the sunflowers. So it's kind of like preparing for like future harvests to go where, or future gardens to go where the sunflowers are currently, or where they will be. But I'm sure there's an opportunity for us to either like sell the flowers or to harvest the sunflowers, like the seeds for future plantings and everything like that. So definitely something for us to think through.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have there's not a lot of events going on this week in Rutherfordton, but gosh, next weekend there is a full lineup of things. So the rain had postponed Fab. So last week we were a little worried. The Fab committee was a little worried about the weather and what that was going to do to Fab. So Fab has been postponed from the 6th to the 20th. So not this Friday, but next Friday. That's also concurrently a movie night down at Kiwanis Park. And then Saturday, I know we'll be talking about it next week, but Saturday there's going to be something big going on at Public Works.
Oh.
I mean, the Kiwanis might be involved. It's the 21st, right?
What's going on at Public Works?
Aren't they having the Kiwanis auction on the 21st?
Oh, wait, is that at Public Works?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea that it was at Public Works.
Oh, yeah. That's a big to-do. I mean, they used to do it over here on North Washington Street when we were there. This will be the first. We've been in the Public Works building now 3 years. This will be the first Kiwanis auction at the new facility. So they were getting ready to have one, and then obviously COVID hit, so they had to cancel it. They had an outside auction over at Northern Tool, I think it was, in that parking lot. But this will be their first one there at the new Public Works facility. So it's gonna be a good time.
That's so exciting. So, like, what items can we expect to?
Oh my gosh,
find?
What can you not expect? Furniture, bicycles, guns. I think they've got some vehicles, farm implements, tractor implements, hand tools, power tools.
What?
If you can dream it, they probably have it at the auction. Yeah. And the town's been a big supporter of the Kiwanis Club because the Kiwanis Club has been a big supporter of the town. A lot of the funds that they raise at these type of auctions help fund programs through the town. Not all of it, but they've been a big supporter of Norris Library over the years. They were obviously a big supporter financially for Kiwanis Park and one of the contributors in Kiwanis Park, and just programming through the town. So it's good for us to host something like that to support those endeavors.
That's pretty incredible.
But Friday night will be fun too. So Friday, I mean, you can come to Fab, hang out at Fab, get your food, and then head on down to
Get your sunflowers.
Get your sunflowers. You guys will have a booth, right?
Yeah, so we've actually partnered with Dreaming Stone. So we kind of have like a joint booth. So we'll have like our sunflower sponsorships. We're also do like seed bomb making. I know that Tevin from Dreaming Stone is going to do some face painting. So I think it's going to be a great time. Like I hope that there's just going to be like a bunch of people that hang out with us that night.
That does sound like a good time.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk about this morning, if you are new to the community, if somebody just shared the link to Brewtiful Mornings, or maybe you know somebody that's new to the community and you're going to share the link to Brewtiful Mornings, give a big shout out to Magnolia for this. But this is our second edition of our welcome guide. So if you're new to the community, we try to get these out at Broad River Water Authority. We also have them here at Town Hall. But if you're new, I encourage you to stop by and see us. This gives you a lot of good information in kind of a magazine format of all the programs, our weekly activities, how all of our departments interact, our parks, our trail systems, how to get involved. If you're interested in getting involved with Rutherford Roots, if you're interested in getting involved with other boards and committees, kind of how the town works through our budget process and our planning phases. Our Rutherford Sun newsletter, there's a QR code to sign up to that. A lot of great information here. I know the housing market and the real estate market's been kind of crazy. If you notice maybe a neighbor 1 door down, 2 doors down, the house is up for sale, you see a family moving in, so come by, grab one from us, and kind of be a welcome committee to the neighborhood. You can drop it off and let them know about our Facebook page, let them know about Brewtiful Mornings. But it's a great way to just kind of be ingrained in what's going on in all things Rutherfordton. It's not long, but we wanted to make it quality enough to where you can kind of leave it laying around for the first month or two, or maybe the first year or two. It's got a place to make notes on the back. But yeah, Magnolia, thanks for putting this together. This is our second edition, but it's good to see this continue to grow and evolve to welcome people into our community. We went through 150 in a year.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of growth in the community. That's awesome.
That's big for us. So I'm excited about that.
And they're completely free too. So definitely just come by and grab one. Or if you have a lot of people. Yeah,
absolutely. Like I said, if you see people moving in, and I know that's kind of a nostalgia maybe of the welcome wagon or whatever, but grab one, go, introduce yourself, introduce it to help us introduce the town. We don't always see who's moving in and moving out. Sometimes folks come by and see us, but I'd rather somebody have two than not have one. Yep.
Absolutely.
The other thing we want to talk about, next week, the town council has a budget meeting. So my manager's recommended budget was published late in April, presented to the council earlier in May at their meeting on the 4th. And so if you're interested about the budget, reach out to me. It's available on our website. There's a nice article right on our homepage about the budget, what the budget entails. They'll be hosting a budget meeting on the 18th at 5 o'clock here at Town Hall. And then a public hearing will be held on June the 1st at 5:30 at their normal business meeting here at Town Hall as well. So again, if you have questions about the budget, definitely reach out to me. You can reach out to anybody on the town council. But again, they'll have that workshop on the 18th at 5, and then and that is open to the public. And then we also have a meeting on the 1st at 5:30. That's their normal business meeting when they'll have a public hearing for this year's budget. Excited about the programs we've got in there. We've talked about it numerous times about the grant opportunities that we have to sustain our operations and keep us kind of moving forward as a community. So a lot of good things inside our budget proposal for next year.
That's awesome. So continuing on with all of the events that are happening around town, on June 4th, there's going to be a fundraiser in Kiwanis Park for, it is the Kiwanis Club teddy bear fundraiser for the police. So the Kiwanis Club is going around and helping fundraise some money to buy these little teddy bears that they can keep in their patrol cars. So if they run a call and there's like some kids that are in distress or experiencing like a bad situation, they can give them teddy bears. So to help raise funds for all those teddy bears, they're going to be in Kiwanis Park on June 4th from 11 to 6. Rocky Hill Barbecue is going to be there. Serendipity Snowballs is going to be there. And so it's just going to be an awesome time for the police and the community to kind of like gather and kind of help out the community. And they're also going to be doing their kayak raffle drawing that day too. So right now they're selling $10 or $10 raffle tickets for a brand new kayak that they were able to get. So all of that money is going to go to Shop with the Cop this year. They're hoping to serve another 50 kids this year. So that also requires some money. So just they're finding different ways to fundraise for that. So police are doing lots of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I want to give a shout out to a community that we've partnered with from a public safety standpoint for a little while now, and from a planning standpoint, they're in our planning kind of area from transportation plans, and behind the scenes we do a lot of communication with the town of Marion, and we work with them on a lot of their on our downtown planning, their downtown planning. Their downtown director has been an amazing asset to us. Our police departments work well together. But this weekend, actually today, tonight and all day tomorrow is I think it's their third or fourth annual now, Bigfoot Festival. So tonight and tomorrow is the Bigfoot Festival up in Marion. If you've not been to downtown Marion in a while, look it up on Facebook. Bigfoot Festival up there. They've got a great lineup on their main stage, but they have really kind of played a new festival idea around they call it the Western North Carolina Bigfoot Festival, and it's just a lot of fun. I've not been up to it personally. I've heard from secondhand and thirdhand experience about the festival, but they've done a good job kind of starting a new festival in their downtown. So check them out if you're looking for something to do tonight or looking for something to do tomorrow. Check out the Bigfoot Festival up in Marion.
That sounds like a fun time.
I mean, I believe.
Oh, look at that.
I believe. He's out there somewhere.
Somewhere. Doug, there's something interesting happening in Kiwanis Park recently.
Oh, yeah. So thanks for bringing that up. When we were designing Kiwanis Park, especially around the adventure playground, that was kind of out of the box thinking. That for those that have enjoyed Kiwanis Park, you know that playground and play structure is not something that comes straight out of a magazine or a box or any place USA. We really tried to custom tailor that to the landscape, to the terrain there, and have a fun environment. We made the decision when we were building that. There were 2 poplar trees that are very close to the play structure, and we wanted to have natural shade there. Our hope was that during the construction that those trees would remain. Poplars are very finicky. They're very easy to be disturbed and then unfortunately not come back. And so we've got 2 poplar trees that are very close. Matter of fact, they're inside the mulch area around the playground that are going to have to be removed. And so what we're going to do in the next week or 2, we'll close the playground for a little while. Our public works team is going to come in and bring those trees down to about an 8-foot tall level and leave a large stump. And we have a local chainsaw artist that's going to come in and do some really neat carvings so that we can preserve the trees, have some unique fun inside the play structure. We'll seal those. And then right outside the play area, we've already ordered 2 6-inch diameter maple trees that will go out there. Unfortunately, this is not the best time of year to be planting that large of a tree. And so we're going to wait till around mid-September, early October to plant those trees for next year. But they'll be at probably about a 20 to 25 foot level and begin to provide some shade year 1 where the poplars will be removed. So we're saddened that they have to go, but we're excited about adding some really neat carvings and art to the play area.
And I think that's one of the biggest things that I love about working for the town and just being a part of this community is that we're turning something that is kind of like a negative into a positive. So just like having the opportunity for us to like make characters out of these dead trees is amazing. So I'm so thankful for that.
And I don't know, maybe some of those that are watching know the artist we're working with is Paul Rodriguez. He actually owns a shop on Central Street. I'm not sure if he's done his chainsaw carvings as a part of Fab. I know he's, you can go by there sometimes and see him doing some chainsaw carvings in the back off of Central Street. He actually owns what was formerly the hem shop. Is now Subtle Seam Pharmacy is renting that space in the front. Paul's got his studio in the back. Very talented. Look forward to seeing what kind of he comes up with. He's working on some sketches now for us to kind of look through. So really excited about that. So yeah, it is. Obviously it's a negative. I mean, anytime we lose some trees that close to the play structure in the park, the whole part of that park was to keep that good natural shade cover, and we'll be putting some trees back to do that.
That's awesome.
As soon as this meeting is over too, next week we'll talk a little bit more since we'll have more information from the contractor. But right at 9 o'clock, I'm going to have to hop off here. We're headed up to Legal Grounds, and they're going to be starting the demolition work of Legal Grounds next week. You've probably seen the temporary fencing around there. We'll have a better idea what the contractor, what that timetable looks like. And then I also want to say we've got a lot of questions about 199 North Main Street. That's the building where the brick face has been removed, just south of the Republican Party. We actually met with them last night, met with them and the building owner of 195. So 195 is the corner of Main Street Park. So you have 195 and then 199 going up Main Street. They are working in unison now. There's been some structural issues to both of those buildings. Those owners are working together. The Historic Preservation Commission approved their plans last night. And so work will begin again on those two buildings to get those back. And so kind of exciting because those two, the facades were the issue there. There'll be some new structural steel that's put into both of the buildings. They'll have some new storefronts and kind of bring some life back to both of those buildings. So we're excited about that. There was a little delay because obviously when the first facade came down, it exposed some of the issues that were going on at the neighboring facade. They needed to work together to support both building faces. They're doing that. Historic Preservation signed off on it, and that work will re-energize hopefully next week. So we're really excited to see those two buildings come back to life. And I did speak with Rob Burbank from Main Street Market. They've had a little delay in some materials at the market, but they are planning to open up the new market space hopefully in June of this year. So if you've not seen that, that's in the former Twisted Pear building right beside Main Street Coffee and Ice Cream. So Main Street Market will be leaving their location and moving down the block to a much bigger building. So a lot of activity going on downtown. And then Flyboy Pizza is back open with Lance Cope at the helm. And so just excited about what's going on in downtown.
That's amazing. And Dot just texted me, and I hope Dot's still on to answer some more questions. But there's going to be a work day tomorrow at the Garden. She said an art project. So Dot, if you're on here, if you can just say a little bit more about the art project. Maybe she says, yep.
Yup. So yep. Yeah, here it comes. While we're waiting on Dot to chime in, council a couple months ago approved, I guess back in early April at their April meeting, approved the purchase of a new leaf vacuum truck for our public works department that'll be delivered later this summer in advance of leaf season for our leaf vacuum service. And we'll talk more about that. I'd love to do a live broadcast about leaf vacuum service later this fall to have a better education for our drivers, better education for our homeowners on how to best get your leaves out of the curb and get them picked up as fast as possible with our new vacuum. So we'll do that this fall. That's on order. And we've also got a new fire truck on order, a mini pumper that will be scheduled to be one of the first out engines out of Station 2 that'll be constructed later this year. Myself and our fire chief actually took delivery of the Ford F550 chassis that truck will be built on and delivered it to the manufacturing plant in Pennsylvania earlier this week, and got a chance to kind of see some of their what they're doing innovative through fire trucks and building up there. So it's pretty neat to see that and kind of see what's going on in the fire truck industry. So we're excited about that truck coming online. That'll probably be here sometime late in the fall of this year through the whole construction process. But it was interesting to see the tour, meet the gentlemen that are building the truck, kind of talk through them. And as we get closer into the construction phase, we'll share some stuff on our social media about that.
Okay, so I'm so excited.
Are we doing a scavenger hunt? Are we doing a scavenger hunt?
I mean, I guess we can make it into a scavenger hunt.
I don't know. What is she saying?
So, Ruffton Roots, we have, instead of having just one plot, we've expanded to 3. And the second plot is this really amazing circular garden that alternates between garden space and a walking path. And the entrance.
Like a labyrinth?
Kind of, but not quite a labyrinth, but kind of. So, like Dot has taken it into her hands to design the garden and everything, and it's amazing. So I'm gonna try and like show the picture. Like, look how cool that is. But there, I grabbed some bamboo out of my backyard because I have a bamboo forest somehow, and so harvested some of that bamboo. And so tomorrow for the art project, we're going to be taking the bamboo and like painting it kind of like that for like a kind of like a what did Dot call it? Central art installation in the center of the circular garden.
Ooh,
So
fun.
that's going to be amazing. So come out to Ruffton Roots 10 a.m. tomorrow and come paint some bamboo with us.
And good idea about sharing stuff. So didn't even think about this. So the truck, the black truck on the whatever side it is, the black one, that's the town of Rutherfordton Fire Department's truck. And then the one on the left there, that's a truck that was just completed. It's going up to New York. And so you can kind of get an idea there, but it'll have a full pump panel, 300 gallons of water, be capable of pumping 1,500 gallons a minute, and then carry all the supplies for firefighting capabilities. So pretty excited about that truck, and we work with the manufacturer there on some things. So, but yeah,
Those
we'll share
tires
more.
looked a little small.
On the other truck,
No,
I think it's the red
ours.
rims. I think it's the
No.
red rims on the other
On
truck.
ours, it looked a little
Oh
small.
no, they're like 22 and a halves or something. I don't know.
It reminded me of my little Snoop Dogg wheels that I had for a very brief moment.
No, these were not Snoop Dogg wheels on that.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Just making sure. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, I've got to hop off. I'm going to run up to a pre-construction meeting up at Legal Grounds. So I'm going to either leave it with you or leave it with you and Dot. I don't know.
We can just go ahead and end it unless anybody has anything else. But just to recap, art project tomorrow at Ruffton Roots, 10 a.m. Come paint some bamboo with us. Next week, we have so much going on, including movies in the park, Fab Fest, the Kiwanis Park auction, or Kiwanis Club auction at Public Works. Then stop by the police department to buy kayak raffle tickets because that drawing will be on June 4th at Kiwanis Park whenever they do the fundraiser for the teddy bears.
And lastly, this week is National Police Officers Week, and it is capped off with National Peace Officers Day on Sunday the 15th. So if you don't mind, just take a brief moment on Sunday to appreciate our police officers, not just the Rutherfordton Police Department, but all of those that protect and serve our community. So we want to give a big thank you to all of our law enforcement folks out there and just say a big thank you, especially to the ones that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. I know we've had some loss in our community this year. It's been, really tough for a lot of our law enforcement to go through that. And so we just want to say a big thank you to those families that have experienced that loss, but give an even bigger thank you to those that continue to wear the badge and protect us each and every day. So that's on Sunday. If you don't know much about National Peace Officers Day, I encourage you to do a little research on that and maybe share with your family about how important the role of law enforcement is in our community. They nationally have kind of gotten a bad rap over the years for some few rotten eggs, but we've got a lot of great officers in our community that serve us each and every day. And I just want to say thank you to them as we enter into this kind of weekend of remembrance for them.
Absolutely. And lastly, Tasia just commented, there's the 2022 adult prom on July 9th. And I think we just need to have Tasia on here one morning because she has so much going on. And
I said that last week, but I was flying solo. So Tasia, we're going to reach out to you. We want to talk about the adult prom. We want to talk about the summer sports activities you've got going on throughout the community. We also want to talk about the back to school stuff. I know it's not too early, but even getting ready to get out of school, but you got some back to school stuff coming up in August too. So we want to talk through all that with you. We'll reach out to you, set up a time in the next couple of weeks to get you on.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm hopping off. See you, Magnolia.
Bye. We'll just go ahead and roll the outro.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet.